So should we get into this now, guys?
What are we doing?
So it's the Real Estate Happy Hour brought to you by REMAX Heritage.
Yes.
That's what this
Right?
thing is.
That's
First
what we're here
ever
for?
podcast.
First podcast?
Yeah.
Are you
that's great.
feeling weird about it?
I'm not.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I am.
That's all right.
I'm just
Can I have
making
a
sure.
therapy moment?
Sometimes
Yes.
it's awkward.
I need a therapy moment.
You need to like
This is
stretch
very
or something.
awkward. Okay. I need to sit up. I'm slouching down.
It's the Real Estate Happy Hour brought to you by REMAX Heritage.
That's really good. I like
And
it.
it
has a ring
flows,
to it.
right?
You're good
I
at
love
this.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
So Jen,
Did-
introduce yourself. One of the hosts,
Jet.
Jennifer.
Yeah, I'm an agent here. We're in our Westport office. You
Mhm.
didn't say that. We're in our Westport office. We have an office in Monroe. And yeah, I don't know. I started doing real estate full time maybe a couple years ago. It's a little scary, but
How'd
It's-
you get into the business?
kind of a long story. But I was doing a little bit of mortgage work right out of school. Then I did a little bit of different things, and real estate just kind of fell on my lap. And it worked because you get to make your own hours, and it's just you're able to either focus 100% or just dabble a little bit. And if you focus 100%,
Mm-hmm.
you could make really good money. So, and I like it. It's something new every day. Different people, different things. You know, it's been fun, to say the least. And then I have you guys. How about you?
Well, why don't we go to Tony next?
Oh, you
Oh,
want to Tony?
yes,
Oh, you leave the
yes.
best for last.
I
Got
want
it,
Tony's
got it.
next.
the best for last, Joe. It's true.
Yeah, about you
So,
guys.
real estate. I'm Tony Salerno. I am the broker here at REMAX Heritage and also co-owner with Joe here on my right. He is the right-hand man. I've been doing this since I was a small boy. I've been doing this for a very long time. And it gets more exciting every year, every moment. And I love it. We help people on a daily basis, whether it's starting their cars or selling their home, whatever it is related to real estate.
Yeah.
And our job has a huge description, and a lot of people really don't know that.
It's very true. And
So-
it doesn't end.
Yeah. So, again, over 22 years, Joe and I have also done quite a bit of building over the years, remodeling, rehab work, subdivision work, development, and so on. So there's a lot of stuff that we know. We've forgotten most of it, but we have done this for a long time.
Yeah.
Joe.
So
What do you
I'm Joe Ferrigno, one of the owners here at REMAX. I've been in business also about 22 years. I love our business. I love what we do.
Yeah.
It's a passion of mine. I don't consider it work.
Agreed.
I get out of bed every day, and I can't wait to get going. So we bought REMAX about 2 years ago, existing office in Westport.
Mm-hmm. I came out a little bit before that, but kind of like knowing that you were going to.
Yeah, it was a weird story. Not weird, but it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Well coordinated
Sometimes, you know,
by Joe.
sometimes shit happens, and you just got to make the best of it. And
Yeah.
a friend of mine was actually purchasing the franchise. In the last minute, he backed out. And I asked him, I said, I obviously can't say names, but
Yeah.
I said, hey, would you mind if I tried doing this without you? And he said, as long as this doesn't affect our business
Together.
together,
On the
go
side,
for it. Obviously, the mortgage business he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, listen, I promise you, it won't, and it hasn't. It's been over 2.5 years, and it hasn't
Right.
whatsoever. But I called up REMAX. They had no idea who I was, and I gave them a big spiel and told them all about myself. And we met the next couple days,
Like
and
a true salesman.
and we just put a deal together. And then the next part of this was getting Tony aboard.
Yeah.
So
And you guys did so much past work together that I was
we did so much past work
kind of
together.
a
We had always
no-brainer.
done business together.
Right.
Yeah, and dragging me from the office that I had been with for 20 years.
Which is very hard to do.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're comfortable and you're in a place for 20 years, taking a chance
Transition.
is, it's tough. And
And
I
it's
get
part
that.
of your professional, reputation to be in one place. A lot of agents are known for just moving all the time. But the consistency for me was important. And it was really all good timing.
Yes.
Right.
It really was.
But it still was hard because being somewhere at 20 years, you're comfortable.
No
Talking
doubt.
about going to somewhere else is like, get out of my comfort zone. And you're like,
Yeah. No doubt.
it's like, I remember the conversation, like, fuck it, let me just ask him. So
Yeah.
what do you think about this?
Plus, taking on such a big role in supporting other agents.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that stuff I do not know.
Yeah.
I'm an owner of the company, but I have a broker's license, but I don't know the business like Tony knows the business. Tony's
Right.
one of the most knowledgeable agents that I know about this business.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, if you
He's-
ask me a mortgage question, I could pretty much answer anything.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know
you
anything
didn't get into
about
that. You got to
I
tell
didn't
us
get
a
into
little
that.
bit about like your past, and it's very interesting.
It is interesting past. So when I graduated college, I wanted to become a police officer. My parents worked for the FBI.
Still can't picture him being a police officer.
So I was a police officer
Yeah.
10 years, and while I was a police officer, I also did mortgages. So I worked the mortgages during the day, and I worked the police officer position at nighttime. And then I did that for a while, and at the point I was like, I was just working a lot. And then, had the family, started having kids, and it just didn't make sense anymore. So I just solely focused on the mortgage business, and we were self-employed. I was self-employed with my own business in 1997, I think. And
Yeah, that's about it. That's
right,
about
97,
it.
96,
Same time.
97.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no idea what I was doing, but I just wanted to give it a chance. And we did great. We were doing great. And then the 2008 came. I got kicked in the balls, basically.
like everybody else.
punched
That's
in
kind
the
of when I
face.
was doing around the mortgages too.
Those were
If you
exciting
survived,
times.
You're still here.
Yes.
Yeah, it was tough. I was
Yeah.
something I never, obviously at my age, I never experienced. I didn't know how to handle it.
Scary.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to go to bed every night hoping the phone would ring
Yeah,
the next day and
yeah.
pray and pray and pray.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't working. So, just had to kind of reinvent myself.
Mm-hmm.
And
How did you do that?
I started taking classes. I the first couple years, I really didn't know what to do, but I started taking classes and learning how to network, and then I realized like I had all these resources that I wasn't using. That's what the classes taught me anyway. And then I started using all my resources. I took a ton of Tony Robbins classes
Yeah.
and just kept networking, rebuilding my business. And now, fast forward.
And you've shared all those things too with some agents that first come on.
Absolutely.
You encourage them to do sort of that.
Absolutely. We have a great blueprint that I believe
Agreed. I did it.
it
Here I
works, and Jen's a testament to that.
Yep.
She follows the blueprint, and she's
Got
doing
through some crazy times.
right.
And it does. It helps tremendously.
The blueprint, getting that is we lay it out for you, and as long as you have both feet in, it works.
Yeah, work ethic is an important part of that.
Right. If you have one foot in,
Yep.
it's
Like
not going to
anything
work.
else, though.
Right.
I
It's
mean-
not going to work. It's
Yeah.
ruthless consistency every day.
Right.
It works.
That's your favorite saying.
Ruthless consistency. It's
It truly is.
I'm like trying to talk into this mic
And
perfectly.
each individual agent
It's like-
really owns their own business.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
is their own
There's no money if you don't.
is their own boss here.
Yeah.
So all we offer is guidance and true support and being successful. The rest is up to the person for making it happen.
Yeah,
Right.
Always.
for sure. So, what is our next step with this? Why a podcast, and what are we gonna do here? I guess we're gonna share some. We're gonna get some people to come in sometimes, right?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have some guest speakers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll bring in people, and we're gonna talk about situations, talk
Stories.
about stories. We want to add value to everybody. Basically, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
add value, and we want to grow our business. We want
Right.
to add more agents. We want more clients,
Yep.
and
Maybe we'll even go to the other office.
absolutely,
Yeah. Different change of scenery, but
definitely.
just our first little tryout session.
Yeah, we have a dynamic group. You're going to get introduced to
Yeah.
different parts of life, meaning different age groups, different experiences. We have agents that vary from 1 year's experience to 40 years experience in this business.
Yeah.
And that is so important when it comes to people making a decision of, I'm going to buy a home or I'm going to sell a home or whatever their next important life step is.
Or
and
other
this is that
resources,
important.
right? Like attorneys or, whatever. If we get some comments or questions, we can base it around that too. So
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
definitely more to come. We wanted to keep this, I guess, more about just the first introduction, right?
Yeah, plus we wanted to let people know that we can communicate with a lot of different people in a very simple way. And in this very hectic world that we live in of multi-level communication, this is sort of a good way for us to be able to touch base.
Yeah, there's thousands of agents and there's so much noise.
I think,
but
if that makes any sense.
yeah, 100%. For sure. And then whether it's just audio or filming, then, whatever suits you.
Yeah, true. True.
So Jen, tell me about what's going on in the current market. And Tony, what's going on in the current market?
Well, it's definitely not slowed down,
Okay.
I would say, right? I mean, again, going back to the investor thing.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of investors coming in from New York, or mainly New York, really.
Right. Yeah.
Looking
So
to buy
the
properties.
market, this could take another 2 hours. We
Yeah,
talked
but
about it.
quick.
So it depends.
Friday happy hour. We got it.
It's happy if we had. Yes, that's true. So it depends on where you are,
Okay.
and truly, if people wanted to discuss that with us, we could certainly do that. So
Yeah, because it's
depending on
different
where
in
you
every
are,
area, right?
depending on where you are, we can tell you how the market stands, and that also within a specific town, there are different parts to towns that people find more desirable, and then different price ranges.
Yeah.
And that's just on the residential side. As far as the commercial side,
We've done
that
a few.
also has, its own thing.
We've done a few this
So
past
I don't
week.
know if that's a straight answer, but every day is exciting in real estate. People want to buy homes, but it's all a matter of what expectations are on the individual's part. So
Right, and the mortgage side helps, right? The mortgage-
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
we're-
How is that going for
Interest
you right
rates.
now?
our mortgage company is jamming. We're closing on our office, which is not a big office, obviously, but we're still doing closing about 30 loans a month,
Yeah.
around 4 to
Great.
5 million a month. My right hand mortgage guy, Josh Jernis, is working night and day for us, as everybody knows.
We're going to drag him into
You know,
this
Josh
someday.
will be a guest speaker
Yeah.
if he
Love
if,
him.
if
You'll
he
love him.
doesn't swear as much as he does.
It's fine.
But no, we're doing really well. The rates are low, obviously.
A lot of refinances for you.
We're not a big refinance shop. We're more of a purchase shop.
Right.
So we've had
Because of the...
right. We've had a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but we've had more refinances lately than in the past couple of years. But we're really focused on purchase business, helping people get their home.
Right.
because of
Right.
the latest rates.
Yeah,
rate drop?
yeah. The rates have dropped.
Yeah.
Maybe mid this year, rates were almost touching 5%, 4.5% to 5%, and then in the past couple months they've dropped to 3.5% to 4% area.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody has bought in the past first 6 months of the year has been calling us back.
So, Joe, what do you think? Out of the 30 transactions you have going now, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but of those 30,
Yep.
what is the percentage of first-time people?
There's a large percentage
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
Absolutely
Right.
large percentage
Yeah,
of them.
and it helps because Josh and you're so good with dealing with them and walking them through that. So
Do you
Josh
find
is
that's
hold on. No, Josh is probably the best mortgage person I've ever worked with in my life.
I could agree.
He's unbelievable. He blows me away. He makes me look
Agreed.
bad.
Agreed. I never have to worry.
No, he makes me look bad. We work great together.
Doesn't make you look bad. He's your guy.
He's my guy. I love that kid. I love his work ethic. And
Yes.
so back to your question,
that's
Tone.
a testament to you, though.
Right.
Not to that he's good.
He's good. He's really good.
Yeah, he knows the expectation.
Right. back to your question, out of the 30 or maybe it's 25 or 30, whatever we do a month, I would say the majority, at least 80%, is first-time home buyers.
That seems to be
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Fairfield County mainly.
that seems to be what's driving the market more. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit of funny story before we wrap this up. Tony was on the phone with somebody who was trying to sell us like how to like an advertising spot.
Sure.
And it was on maps, like a pamphlet of a map.
Those are good, right?
And I said,
Yeah,
no.
they're good.
I said no.
They're great.
No one's going to use a handheld map.
Did he buy one?
I bought into the whole thing.
Forbid him.
We just
like, this is
we
not
just blew our budget
the way to
on
do it. I go,
advertising.
maybe in a different
Marketing,
But you're
I'm
not
sorry,
going to
it's
get the
called
first time
marketing.
home buyer with a map in his hand. Like, just not going to happen. So
Yes,
not worth any money.
So Back to the Future.
Yeah. Okay.
22 years ago, every other person wanted a map.
Yes. 22 years ago.
Not today.
I'm not sure that's going to work anymore.
Not today.
I'm like, why are you even having this?
Not
And he's
today.
so good. He talks to everybody. He works through
You
it.
know what?
I'm like,
I have
honey,
to be honest with you.
hang
One of
up.
my complaints about Tony is he answers every phone call, and every telemarketer he will have a conversation with.
You don't even know.
Like, bro, just
That's
hang up. Are
Any
you serious?
information?
Seriously, just hang up.
Any information you don't know. Okay, you never know.
And I try
You
to
never
be
know.
on like both sides. I'm like, you know what? He can provide.
Like,
this
I talk to
information
John
to
and
different
JJ all
agents,
the
and then
time about
I'm
their
like, but
crazy
a
ideas.
handheld map? Why are you entertaining this?
You have to have someone come in. It's
If you're a
important.
telemarketer, call Tony.
Our social media
Great.
experts. We need some social media experts.
Not handheld maps though.
Maps, handheld maps. Just
All right.
hand them to all your clients.
So I think that's enough for today.
Yep.
We probably talked
Yes.
a little bit longer than we wanted to, but it's a good
Yeah,
start.
why is JJ going like this?
JJ's like,
Stop.
John's just hanging out over here. I don't even know.
All right, we're good.
So we're good. Yeah, all our links will be below, right?
Yep, links will be below. For all our listeners out there, if you're just listening and not watching on our podcast, our website is heritagehomect.com.
Yes.
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube. But our main
Yes.
site is
REMAX Heritage Westport on
Yes.
Facebook.
Facebook, yep.
And REMAX Heritage Monroe.
correct.
Yep. And that's a
Thank
wrap,
you for joining us,
folks.
and we'll see you soon.
The end.